with 7-time NLL Goaltender of the Year, Matt Vinc. Matt, how are you?
I'm great, thanks. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, no problem. Obviously, you guys got the news this week that the regular season is now canceled from the NLL standpoint. Maybe it was something everybody was expecting, but as players, how are you dealing with that now?
As a player, it's a tough pill to swallow. We had a conference call with our team, and I think a lot of guys feel a little bit let down, but still we have that glimmer of hope that hopefully we can get back at it and maybe finish off a playoff type scenario. And it's a little heartbreaking because we came so close last year, and we really want to kind of avenge that loss in the championship game. And we had a couple injuries early on, but we really feel that we have a team that can compete and have a chance to hopefully win.
Do you, it's impossible to know, right? So maybe it's an unfair question, but do you believe that there's a chance that you can still find a way with playoffs? I mean, the league is so tight right now. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and I think looking at the benefit that we have, I think over maybe the NHL or something is that we don't need ice to play, and I think moving in, I think what we were kind of told was late May, early June type of thing that things could get going, and I think we're holding on to hope because we're all competitors, and it's just this is a unique situation that. I think nobody really could ever have thought would have happened that all major sports, for myself, just as a sports fan, this is, unheard of. And, it's taken a lot out of my life, which is, I think a lot of people can kind of, feel that right now. So hopefully, we're holding on to hope. I think like lots of other athletes and sports fans alone.
But you're involved, beyond playing the game. You teach, and you're involved with the kids in that role as well. How are you finding your online teaching, if you will, and how much are you missing, the physical aspect of being a coach for those boys?
Yeah, I think the first thing that really, when I found out that we were getting shut down for a while at school was our hockey team. We just won a big game, and we were going to the provincial finals, and that's a big deal for a lot of the kids. Some of our guys were getting drafted in the OHL, and so a lot of kids were affected. And I didn't really think about myself in our season, to be quite honest with you, right then. Thinking that we might just be having a quick delay, but watching those guys, they're devastated. Some of the guys weren't able to finish their high school games, and now sympathizing with some of the NCAA athletes that wouldn't be able to play their final games, and now doing all this stuff online. I think we're making the best of the current situation. It's not ideal, but I've been pretty happy with the response I've got from the students. Some of the guys, the athletes in my phys ed classes are looking for programs at home. I'm trying to do that on a regular basis via Twitter. We have Wednesday morning workouts on the DM Reds Twitter page. So we're trying to get people involved and hopefully make sure that exercise is part of their daily life. And that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been soaking up the time with the family, because as an athlete that has a full-time job and then you play a professional sport, sometimes you miss out on those opportunities. And so right now I've just been focusing on the classroom studies and the fam, and obviously working out, getting my workouts in, so just in case there's a season.
Yeah, well, it's also part of your existence, right? You can never not work out. You're legendary for that.
Yeah, and I've been pretty fortunate. When we just had our second child, you can see I built a weight room in the basement. So yeah, that's currently where I am. So during every nap, right now, I sneak away and get a time in the weight room. So that's part of it. I think if we could get called at any moment. So I think guys, that's kind of been the message from us and our coaching staff is we have to be ready, because you can't go out there and stop balls for myself. I don't have anybody to come over and shoot on me. So the only thing you can really control is, watching video, staying in the game, and obviously working out. And I think for the most part, a lot of people are trying to do that.
The kind of the way you phrased it right off the top about a huge chunk of your life missing right now. It got me thinking back to like when it all started for you. I mean, you've had such a long career in this game from being a standout junior, but how did it all start for you? Where did this love of the game come from?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I loved hockey, and I think a lot of the athletes, especially in Ontario and where I grew up, St. Catharines, every player that played AAA or AA or any competitive level of hockey kind of was playing lacrosse. So when I first made a AAA team at 10 years old, I was a goaltender in hockey, and they said, we don't have a goalie for lacrosse this year. Do you want to come out? My parents were adamant that I wasn't playing goalie because I have two older brothers, and it just happened that the Minto Cup was going on the same time, and my brother's friends was playing. We went and watched it, came home, and next thing you know, I'm in the basement with hockey equipment on and a fishing net, and I'm taking shots from my older brothers. So it just kind of happened that I was a hockey goalie, and when hockey was over, I was ready to play lacrosse. And I think that's kind of the mindset for a lot of the same guys that are in the NLL right now, that, they played one sport and then they played the next sport. And I love both sports. And I just felt that, when I got an opportunity for a D1 scholarship, that's what I took. I was still playing hockey at the time, and it was a tough pill to swallow because, my first love was hockey. And now, I can't imagine my life without lacrosse.
How far did you go in hockey then? What was your last stop there?
Well, I played junior in the Golden Horseshoe around here, and I went to OHL camp in Mississauga. At the time, they were the Ice Dogs. Now it's funny that they're actually in St. Catharines, and I was fortunate enough to get on the ice for my sophomore year with Canisius, and just because I just even practice. It was one of those things where, when you first go to school and you're not playing hockey anymore, I just started playing, at the captain's practices, and now obviously I coach because it's one of the sports that I definitely love.
Oh, great background. And I mean, you said it, it's tough for everyone, but what is the one thing that you're, doing with the kids now at home that, really fills your day?
Well, we go for walks. We're doing stuff outside. I got my daughter. We're doing some woodworking stuff. We're painting. I built the dollhouse for her. At the same time, I also built a plyometric box. It was like a twofold project. I was outside. So we're doing a bunch of those types of different things. Fortunate again, like, I'm a teacher. My brother's a teacher in an elementary, and my sister-in-law is a teacher. So we have a lot of resources, and we're just trying to get my daughter ready for school, in the times which I'm not online teaching. And it's the online teaching aspect has been it's been interesting because, I'm a phys ed first type of teacher, and, not all my stuff has been online, but you're amazed of how many resources there are available in order to get those things in, and it's, I'm creating workouts and doing them at the same time as the kids.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think everybody's adapting, and we'll all find a way. But continued success with the teaching, and we definitely want to see you back at Bandit Land real soon. Thanks for the time, Matt.
Yeah, thank you. I love being on. It was great.